good enough. Like if you were going to design somebody from the top down, you'd probably make some changes, yeah? I mean, the exhaust pipe and the plumbing, there's some issues. Would have done differently.
The exhaust pipe?
Well, it's that kind of
But you just have to be, in evolution, you just have to be good enough to make it to the next generation. I mean...
Yeah, but don't forget you're competing with others. So that good enough one, I think, is a bit overdone. You're competing with hundreds of others. If you're just good enough, some of yours are going to be a bit better. And
so why don't I have wings? It would definitely make me better. I mean, the one thing I do know so far is that I'm the smartest person on this panel. I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Because you're wearing glasses.
Yeah, it's the glasses. No, but why don't people have wings? Considering everyone wants wings.
It's an excellent question, why don't people have wings? They wouldn't be better off with wings. Wings can get in the way. When a queen ant has wings and she flies and gets mated, and then she digs a hole and starts the nest. The first thing she does is bite her own wings off. Because they get in the way. You don't need wings. Worker ants don't have wings. Ants only grow wings in order to fly to get them.
So I wouldn't want ant wings, but what about regular, like, pretty bird wings?
Butterfly.
Wait, I'll take this one, Richard.
Okay. So, you dig us out of this one.
Yeah, I'll save you on this one. So, I venture to guess that you...
Hold it! You're gonna take over with, I venture a guess.
Yeah, I got this one. That
I got this.
if you had wings, you would either be dead or have more successful sex.
The latter is sort of one of the reasons.
Yeah, so the point
I would definitely hide them.
the act of having a feature doesn't always mean you'll be better at reproducing, just because it would be fun to fly around. You're flying around while other people are not flying around having sex. So their genes get transformed.
Are you guys saying the wings are the thing holding you back from getting laid?
I'm saying you might have wings.
I think there's some other issues.
All right, I'll address it later.
Let me move it on here. So, if something that has always intrigued me, evolution, people accuse it of being random, but it's not really random. It's something in the variation pool survives, and that's selected for by the environment. I get that correct. Okay.
It's kind of the opposite of random.
Opposite of random.
Yeah, the opposite of random. So, in that, we have convergent evolution, which has always intrigued me, where the capacity for sight, eyesight, has independently developed in the tree of life, and yet has enabled different species to see just fine. So that's an extraordinary fact.
It is. Sight, eyes of one sort or another, have evolved several dozen times independently, and often to exactly the same design. The vertebrate eye, which is a camera eye, and the mollusk eyes, especially squid and octopus eyes, are very, very similar indeed.
What do you mean by a camera eye?
With a lens that focuses a real inverted image on a retina, as opposed to a compound eye, say, or a parabolic reflector eye, which some mollusks have.
What kind do people have?
We have a
Camera eye.
yeah.
A camera eye, and then the other. What's the other eye? What's like a compound?
Well, a compound eye is a thing that insects have and shrimps have and things, where you have a great big hemisphere and lots of little tubes pointing out all over the hemisphere in different directions. And so each tube is looking at a different part of the visual field.
It sounds fairly similar.
I think I have that.
Insofar as there's an image at all, it's not an inverted image, because that tube is looking up there, that tube's looking down there, whereas in our eyes, that light there is focused on the bottom of my retina, and that there is focused on the top of my retina. So a camera eye has an inverted image. It's a mildly interesting philosophical question why we see the world the right way up. I think there were some experiments by a man called Stratton who actually wore glasses that turned the world upside down, and it took him a few months to get used to it. And then when he took the glasses off, he couldn't see anymore.
Hence the expression, don't try this at home. How about this, don't try this while you're driving a car.
You're quite right. I mean, eyes have evolved independently many, many times, but convergent evolution tends to mean that animals that are not related look very alike because they're doing the same thing. Things like wood lice and pill millipedes, which look exactly the same. And one's a millipede and one's a crustacean.
Yet they get so offended when you mix them up at parties. They all look the same to me, I'm sorry.